It begins at the break of a new day. That one day each year where a special band of people from every corner of the earth come together. Whether we finish the race or not, it is the fact that we stood shoulder to shoulder at the starting line that makes us winners.
The largest 50-mile race in the U.S. only gets about 1,000 runners. This is literally like 20 times larger than the largest ultra that happens in the U.S. Most people, when they do Comrades, they don't ask you your time. All you have to do is finish.
And say with pride that they took part in that day of days, the race of races, the Comrades Marathon.
To my mind, it's the world's greatest foot race. In South Africa, the Comrades Marathon is our Boston Marathon, absolutely as historical, absolutely as many runners as Boston, and it's twice as long. And it goes up these incredible hills, and it goes through the valley of 1,000 hills. It's on national TV for 11 hours, live national TV. Everyone in the country is either running it or they're sitting at home watching it. The course changes almost every year, and they don't care. It doesn't have to be like 26 miles, 385 yards, the way we think a marathon is. It's the road from Durban to Pietermaritzburg, or of course, back down.
Every year, Comrades reverses directions. It's a point-to-point course. Some years it goes up, and other years it goes down. The year I was going, unfortunately, was up.
This year we're doing what they call the downhill year, where we start in the mountains of a town called Pietermaritzburg and finish in the coastal town of Durban. But even on the downhill, you got some major uphills. And you have to finish in the allotted time. They do have a serious 12-hour cutoff, and if you don't make it, you cannot be counted a finisher, you're not in the results. They literally turn you away from the finish line.
When the clock hits the hour, the year I ran it, it was 11 hours, now it's 12 hours. They shut the gate and everybody stops exactly where they are, and they fall over and they start moaning, and some people are crying, and other people are bent over, and other people are in agony. It's like a big giant Hieronymus Bosch painting with all these people just collapsing left and right. I'm like, get out of my way, I'm going to the finish line, I've got chip time, get out of my way, get out of my way. And I crossed the line, and I hit my watch, and on my watch, because I did, my chip time on my watch, I have like 10:59:58. I'm like, I did it, I came in under 11 hours. No chip time in Comrades. There's no chip time. There's no medal. I didn't officially finish. If you try to look me up in the Comrades database, I do not exist.
The runners in South Africa, you've got your handful of winners and people from around the world, like some of the Americans this year, who are hoping to win. But the vast majority of the runners in this race literally run to beat the finish clock. And if you looked at a sine curve of the finishers, I don't think there is a sine curve. I think there's a little curve that goes all the way to the end, and everybody finishes in the last half hour. And when I got there and I looked around at me, and here are all these large, fat, rugby-playing South Africans. These guys look like they can't run a mile, never mind 50 miles. And I'm like, what are these people doing? They're tough, they're physical, and they know how to run this course. And the way to run this course, and the way they choose to run it, is just to finish and to just parcel out their energy to make sure they finish. So when they hit the hills, the entire field walks.
The last 50-mile road race I did was a race called Lake Warramug in Connecticut. And I averaged about 7:20 per mile for 50 miles. That's not going to happen anymore. I mean, I cannot get to that fitness level. So, so for me, it's just the honor to cross that finish line. My time is really, I'm not worried about my time. I just have to beat that cutoff.